welcome back to CBSN. We are following all the developments in Paris. If you're just waking up now, overnight there was a raid on an apartment building in an area just north of Paris called Saint-Denis. It was a pretty extensive raid. You can't tell by that shot right there because now we're seeing that a lot of people are up and about. But not too long ago, that street was completely blocked off and filled with emergency vehicles, police officers, officers in riot gear. It was pretty extensive. We know that 7 people were arrested in that raid, but 5 people, I believe, or rather 2 people were killed, including a woman who police believe blew herself up, a female suicide bomber who blew herself up inside one of the apartments.
That's right. And the reason why officers swarmed that particular area is because they were targeting what the officials said. Elements suggested that the mastermind, they believe, of the Paris attacks on Friday the 13th suggested that that mastermind was holed up and could have been in an apartment there in Saint-Denis. Now, we don't know the identities of the people arrested, 7 people arrested. We know that over the course of that police operation, as Anne-Marie was saying, it was an intense police presence, something on the order of 110 officers taking part in that operation. We know that 5 SWAT team officers were injured, a police dog was killed, and right now, obviously, officials are working to determine who it is actually that they have taken into custody. We want to go now to Phoebe Lanzer Wood, who is a reporter with France 24. And Phoebe, can you hear us? I believe you're in Paris, is that correct?
Yeah, I'm here in Paris.
What are you hearing about this raid?
Well, details are yet to be confirmed, but there was a raid that was carried out from just before 4:30 this morning. It went on for 7 hours, and as you say, 7 people have since been taken into custody. 2 suspects were killed. This raid was targeting who's thought to be the mastermind behind Friday's Paris attacks. However, there's no confirmation on whether, in fact, he was there and indeed his fate, if he was one of the 2 people killed or if he's been arrested. We do know that one of the people that was killed is a woman who was wearing a suicide belt and blew herself up, but the other suspect was killed in the police operation. Those are just about all the details we have right now. François Hollande just gave a press conference, as you heard, but didn't seem to confirm anything, so we're still waiting on those details.
Yeah, in regards to that press conference that we heard from the president, he mentioned the state of emergency and his desire to extend the state of emergency, make that request. We were talking a little bit about what that means, a state of emergency. What's different now in France than would have been prior to the state of emergency?
Well, the heavily increased security and police presence, border controls and checks on the borders, which have been upped drastically. And yeah, as you say, Hollande is seeking to extend that state of emergency for 3 months just to ensure that controls are carried out, and especially with this migrant crisis in Europe, that the people entering the country are being properly checked and aren't just being rushed through the system.
Phoebe, I wonder, do you know the officials that we heard from who were describing what information they could about the raids said that some, quote, elements suggested that Mr. Abaoud, that's Abdelhamid Abaoud, the believed mastermind, suspected mastermind of the attacks, could be present at an apartment in Saint-Denis. Have you heard anything at all about what those quote-unquote elements might be? Because at last word, before today, officials had said they believed he had gone back to Syria.
In fact, there are many conflicting reports. There was rumors that he was in Belgium, and there have been lots of people arrested in Belgium in the past couple of days. The police were, in fact, acting on witness statements and perhaps telephone conversations and surveillance that they'd collected over the past few days, and that's how they managed to track Abdelhamid Abaoud to this apartment in the Paris suburb of Saint-Denis, which is just 2 kilometers away from the Stade de France, which was one of the sites of the attacks on Friday. So he was indeed very close by, if in fact it's confirmed that he was there.
Phoebe Lanzer Wood from France 24, thank you so much for telling us what you know.
Thank you.